Three, two, one. Hey! Alright, how are you? So, I'm in here. Welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. Hope you're doing amazing. I'm in here with doing my first Modern Horizons draft. I know a lot of y'all have done some of these. And specifically, what I'm going to try to do here, I know the cat's already out of the bag, is force this Sam Black control deck. So he was just doing this at the Pro Tour. Some other players like Autumn Burchett had good results for it. And basically, you loop a stream of consciousness, or what is a stream of tears, with the regrowth, or two of them, or with the counterspell, and you just set it up so that you have no. That's your end game. It's kind of cool. I want to try it. I've seen some really cool versions of it. Although maybe we just do ninjas. Either way, I'm taking Fallen Shinobi. This is one of the most ridiculous cards I've ever seen in my life. I got hit with this the other day. They flip the top two, cast them without playing the mana cost. It's ridiculous. So we're going to take this. Take that. Almost ran out of time. Shatter Assumptions. It's a weird card. So if we want to do this thing, none of these cards are really good for that archetype except for maybe Venomous Changeling. Although there's Frostwalk, Bastion. The best card is probably just Carrion Feeder though. But if we want to do the control thing, it's like, how bad do I want to force control? How much better is Carrion Feeder than Venomous Changeling? I'm not sure it's that much better. It's like, how bad do I want to force this BS? Kind of pretty badly. It's $25. I'm not just trying to have fun, or I'm not just trying to win, I'm trying to have a fun time too. So I'm going to take the Venomous Changeling, because it's the better control pick. Okay, so there's a couple cards we can take for this archetype. The good ones that I've seen: Reign of Revelation, Ransack the Lab, Arkham's Astrolabe, and Fountain of Ichor. I think, obviously, Spiteful Sliver is pretty good. We're going to be in black, blue. I'm not sure on the pick. Ransack the Lab, Reign of Revelation, or Fountain of Ichor. Ransack's pretty nice. It's pretty efficient. Sets up that end game. Reign of Revelation is a little bit more expensive, but more value. And then Fountain of Ichor for the mana fixing. I guess I don't really know what's most likely to table. I think I'm going to take Reign of Revelation, just being the higher value card. Okay. Watcher of Tomorrow is pretty good. It seems fine in this archetype. It's kind of insane that you can hide away and then ninjutsu and get the card. Other cards I like: Pyrophobia and Twin Silk Spider. Both would be pretty good in this archetype. Let's grab that one. So here, if we want to do this, Regrowth is like an important card. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not necessarily that likely to table at this point. You need one of them, or you really want one of them. Otherwise, I don't care for the Witch. Weather the Storm's actually playable in this. Snow-Covered Island is nice. Crowsand Tusker is nice. I think I'm just going to take the Regrowth so we don't have to worry about that. Here, some really good ones for this archetype. Talisman, so you have the mana going. Mirrodin Besieged gets you to that endgame pretty quickly. And then Everdream is kind of sweet. I think we want the Mirrodin Besieged. It's a rare. I do like the Talisman though. Okay, so here we got a couple options: Ransack the Lab or Scour All Possibilities. Ransack, I guess, sets it up a little bit faster, and I think maybe that's what you want. It's just getting that end game down ASAP. I've seen a lot of these in those lists, like 4 or 5. So I think both are pretty good. I'm going to take Ransack the Lab. Here, I'm going to take the Talisman. Spell Snuff, Winding Way seems fine as well. But so far green's just a splash, so let's grab that. None of these we can really use right now. I guess the Behemoth is the one we would be most likely to play. Just if we don't have our combo as a way to end the game up top. Okay, Prohibit I suppose is playable. It's either that or Rank Officer. I'm not going to hate draft something. Maybe we'll play a Prohibit. Fountain of Ichor came back. I do like Thornado, but you want to have a lot of mana. I don't care for Headless Spectre. I don't care for the Changeling. Maybe there's a world where we want the snow covered. Weather the Storm comes back, which is kind of playable here, I guess. Just doing a bunch of stuff. Do we want 2 Weather the Storms? I've seen 2 in some of the lists. I think I'd probably rather have 2 Prohibits. We can get maybe more Weather the Storm. So, yeah, we're forcing it. I heard it's good. I imagine other people were forcing it too. We do need to get 1 copy of the common to actually do anything with this deck. And it would be nice to get some hard removal too. But maybe not necessary, just nice. Okay. Maybe I should have taken Scour All Possibilities. Force of Negation. None of these cards are particularly good. We don't really have the snow for the Astrolabe. Springbloom Dryad is kind of sweet. The problem with Diabolic Edict is if we end up getting Frozen in Ice or whatever, it's not very good. Umezawa's Charm is just kind of weak. I kind of want the Springbloom Dryad. Her Talisman seems kind of sweet too. But it ramps, it reduces our deck size. I'm not super high on any of this other stuff. Fixes, we want to add more colors. Ooh, Collected Conjuring. And we cast 2 sorcery cards with converted mana cost 3 or less. Sorcery. No, I don't see any way that's going to do it. Pondering Mage is fine. Otherwise, Tuskar's Dryad would be fine, but let's just take the Pondering Mage. Battle Screech is the best card here. For our archetype, there's Sinkhole or there's Rain of Revelation. I think I'm going to take the Sinkhole just because we're so light on removal right now. And we can splash that, so let's do that. Definitely Reap from the Past. We can cast it. Just pick up a big graveyard. Otherwise, Tribute Mage is kind of nice. Grab a Talisman. Rain of Revelation. But let's grab that. So we can splash red off Fountain. We can splash off Springbloom, Dryad. Yeah, we're pretty far from having the snow that we need. And we're still missing our common. And if we don't get it, we could be in some trouble. So yeah, Winding Way sets up the end game. But maybe there's got to be a better pick. Like Lesser Masticore seems kind of good. Something to do with all that mana. More removal and control also. Winding Way might even come back. People pick these snowlands high, huh? So we could grab another Fountain of Ichor, or we could grab another Venomous Changeling. Depends how bad we want to fix our mana. Changeling's kind of nice, but Fountain of Ichor is kind of sweet. Just in the interest of having good mana, I think I'm going to take the Changeling. Take the Spider. I think I'm going to take the Krosan Tusker, probably. Fix our mana. I guess Scour possibilities would have been better so that we didn't have to go so heavy black. That's something I didn't really consider. Let's take the Talisman. So we're splashing. So we need to get our common. I don't know if it hasn't been opened, a stream, or if people are picking it early because other people saw that on Twitter and are like, I want to try this. So I don't really actually like Weather the Storm. I don't actually really like Prohibit. The Behemoth is decent, but it's not necessarily what we want to be doing. Conjuring, is there any world that's good? I don't think so. Giant. It's just not. It's just not going to do it. I guess that one's kind of annoying if I'm going to hate draft. Not sure on that pick, although I'm sure it doesn't matter that much. None of these cards matter. Take this one. So what happens if we don't get our loop? I guess we can just kill people with just dominating the Sadistic Obsession. Don't really want to play two Weather the Storms in this deck. There might be some world we want Sadistic Obsession though. I did see two Weather the Storms in a version of this deck that had Future Sight, which is pretty sick. Winding Wave, grab that. Didn't really value Snow very much, so no Astrolabes, no I know Cankrix is another fun thing you can do. Go for the mill strategy, I've seen people do that too. I don't know if we need to destroy artifacts and enchantments. The Gambit. Maybe we, splash for fixing, classic. Okay. To me this is pretty clear Smiting Helix. I do like Mob, but we've got a couple ways to make white mana. So that's really sick. Mob's good too. Okay. Talisman of Hierarchy. Oh, Nether Spirit. Well, I've seen Nether Spirit in versions of this, but we're actually kind of heavy on creatures. I mean, there's ways with like a bunch of Ransack the Labs. I don't think it's what we want. I think I want to just grab another Talisman and start ramping. Can't really use Winter's Rest. I mean, even if we don't get our loop, maybe we can just have a pretty decent deck. Grab the Tusker here. It's our win condition and some late game. Don't need another Talisman. Can't really use Winter's Rest. I want to look up just so I can say the card right. Man, where is it? I guess people were probably grabbing it. Phone's freezing. Here, do we want another spider? I kind of am just a sucker for a bunch of talismans. Although, what are they really doing for us? Who cares? They're sweet. Talisman or spider? I just don't think we really need another talisman. Spider's pretty nice for what we're doing. Okay, Modern Horizons. On my phone. Echo of Eons. What the hell is this do? I kind of like Tribute Mage. It's gas, 2 for 1, draws a card, gets us a lesser Masticore. This would be a way to like this is a way for us to loop. But I mean it hooks the opponent up also. So that's not very exciting. So let me grab this. My internet's so slow. Okay, well, I took some screenshots. No, I downloaded from Twitter. Stream of Thoughts is the name of it. Well, I guess we're not even going to see any, which is kind of fucked up. I don't really like Diabolic Tutor, or Diabolic Edict, but it's playable. I don't like String of Disappearances, and then it's either that or Baron Moore. Baron Moore's fine. But I think I could see some situations where having early removal is good. I think we just won a bunch of Crowsound Tuskers. We could take Windcaller Avon instead. But I'm just going to grab the big fatty. Well, so much for forcing this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can't really use any of these cards. This is maybe a situation where we would want Dismantling Blow. Wow, I can't believe Mob came back. That's pretty weird. I know people aren't super high on it, but we could grab a Spell Snuff. Yeah, Nether Spirit just doesn't seem like it's going to do too much for us. So I could see us playing Spell Snuff. Exalted. Could hate on that, I guess. No one's really on Slivers, I guess. I'll take the Smoke Shroud. Okay, well, so we're just a regular control deck. We don't have a crazy endgame. But our deck's pretty sweet, regardless. So, Dismantling Blow out. It would have been cool to get the draw 7, but it just seems kind of bad because it sets up the opponent. Too many cards. I don't like Diabolic Edict. Maybe we don't need Fountain of Ichor because we have 3 Crowsand Tuskers. And I like the 3 Crowsand Tuskers. Spell Snuff, I'd just rather not have. I like Mirrodin Besieged a lot more when we thought we were doing that. I'm concerned with Mirrodin Besieged can actually deck myself. So I think I might cut it. Because we're going to be so slow to finish the game. But, I mean, it gives us some late game. We need to cut multiple cards. We cut a Talisman. Guess we could possibly play 16 with this deck. Well, if we don't have like the end game, we don't even need Ransack the Lab. Still like Regrowth. Cut one of the 3s. Maybe we don't need 2 spiders. I don't really like the Behemoth. Besieged is really a rare revelation. We don't have that many ways to get a land in the graveyard. And then 17 lands is plenty. Definitely add 1 mountain. Oh, I guess a snow-covered mountain. Probably not a plains. We have 2 white sources. 7. We have 3 white sources. 7, 8. I mean, our deck's almost all mana. 8 plus 9. So we need double blue. We need black. Everdream would have been pretty good. But... or would it have? Not necessarily. Okay, we already have the mountain. We've got 2, 3, 4. Let's just try this to start. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I'm gonna add another island. Pretty sweet deck. Sadistic. Do we want to play Sadistic Obsession? I think that's more of a sideboard card. And the spider coming in. Let's try it out. Should be fun. Okay. And we're in here. How's your Sunday going? I think we do want to play first. This is pretty cool. Maybe I should have played the plans just to make it easier to do this. Probably. Well, we got there on that one, so. Okay, blue-red, they're doing this thing. I'm kind of like just smiting helixing that right now. Or do we want to... yeah, I kind of like just doing that. Let's just keep our life total super high. We can flash it back easy. Okay. Start ramping. So spider is a good one too. Sacrifice a land. Get 2 lands. We'll sack an island. And we're gonna get a swamp. And then we could get a double green. It doesn't matter very much because we have Fountain of Ichor. But I like the green because I don't want to pay life. So I got these. Thin our deck out a little bit of lands. Lava Dart. Okay. Spider seems like it's going to be good in this matchup. Talisman, that's something we could probably discard to the Masticore. Here, I'm going to get down Fountain and Spider. I could see playing 2 Spiders. Spider's pretty nice. Okay. It'd be nice if we had a card advantage engine so we could kind of capitalize on this mana advantage. So we could save Crowsound Tusker to get a 6/5. But I'm pretty greedy, and I think we have reason to be greedy because of the lesser Masticore. Go to another island, and because we have some like insane draws. Like that one. So I'm gonna discard the Talisman to the Masticore. Let's take that. Discard the Talisman. Maybe it gets Mana Ward. Like, the Masticore really has not impressed me too much so far. It seems better in this sort of a deck, though. If it gets Mana Ward, it just sucks. Okay. Do I want to block it? Just to keep my life total high? So, I think I'm going to Smiting Helix that, and then Lesser Masticore to finish it. So, yeah, Masticore is doing work. And then, since we have, I almost don't even want to attack, don't even want to, like, maybe I should attack with the Watcher of Tomorrow. Oh, by the way, we can ping our own Watcher to grab that Sinkhole, which is pretty nifty. Blizzard Strix. At the beginning of the next end step. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. With that being pretty bad. 2, 3, 4. Let's Pondering Mage. But I guess we have a lot of resources. I think I'm gonna shuffle. We could regrowth back the Tusker, which would be decent, but I think we could do better than that. So we could play the Masticore. Well, I already made up my mind on this. Did that slightly out of order. Doesn't matter too much. Should have attacked first. So why do that? Well, we have such crazy cards in our deck. Like the Reap from the Past. I just want to get to it. And we have a lot of air and lands and talismans and want to work through that. Okay. Kind of scared they steal our creature. Okay, got to keep our life total high. Lesser Masticore, discard a forest. I don't want to risk discarding something really good. Okay, we still are at 21 life, which is not a bad place to be. I like to use Magmatic Sinkhole to remove a bunch of these lands before we pick everything up. But we have to be clear, we only have 9 more. This game's only going to last about 9 more turns max. Opponent has 1 card. I'm tempted to just kill our own Watcher to grab a Sinkhole to kill that. Just keep our life total super high. And then just kill that, exiling 4 lands and a talisman. I guess Fountain should be the last land up, doesn't really matter though. Okay, they're playing the last card, which is a Moonblade Shinobi. We have Mob. I think we just start taking over the game with Lesser Masticore here. I'm just going to pass with the plan to Masticore something. We can pitch Tribute Mage. It's just going to deck us too fast, and Changeling's probably slightly better. I think I want to do this right now. No. Let's keep up mana. In case there's some ninja that came in, like... Well, I was going to block with the Masticore, but I realized there's a Lava Dart. So now I don't want to do that. And I'm going to take the extra 3 damage just as the price of doing this. Which, yeah, I shouldn't have taken the extra 3. I should have just killed that. Because there's actually a chance of us dying somehow. Okay, let's just kill the bigger ones. Yeah, I should have done that before damage. It's not like they really could have done too much. Screw it, let's do it. Maybe not, hang on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grab 6 cards. I'd have to discard a couple of them. Sure, whatever. Let's do it. Okay, that's gonna block. There's a Shinobi. Of all these cards, probably... Well, I think we need to discard 2, right? Watcher, because it's gonna deck us. Is this optional? Yeah. Okay. 5 going to 8, so it's just a matter of not dying, and we'll win. Lands we want. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to do multiple things. So those multiple things could be Spider, Changeling, and then either Mob or Sinkhole. And then we can close. We need to turn the corner quick. And we can do that with... I guess we could do Mob and Sinkhole. And I did that fine. Okay, opponent scooped. So this deck is pretty sweet. From what we've seen, do we want a Sadistic Obsession? I don't think so. But I think we might want a Diabolic Edict. Oh, and we definitely want another Spider. Changeling is not that good when there's 3 2s for 2. Maybe we'll just not play those. It didn't look very good from what I saw they were playing. I would consider playing the Behemoth. Maybe we should have it in here. I don't know. It didn't new. Yeah, so if you're going to Vegas, you want to do better in upcoming tournaments. You want to get training from top coaches. You're serious. You want to get results. You're sick of not living up to your potential. You really want to break through. You're tired of not having the best network. Then you got to sign up for Magic Mastermind, program training, worldwide network. Stop playing the wrong decks. Get advice. Get Scapeshift before Scapeshift breaks out. Get Hogak before Hogak breaks out. Let's do it, fam. Don't be a scrub. Join the mastermind. Okay. Take some damage, but... Oh, should I board it in the plains? I don't know. Spider will be decent. I don't want it to get Mana Ward, but... Yeah, if it gets Mana Ward, we're gonna be taking some damage. Although the Shinobi's only 5 at face value, which is pretty sick. Eye Kite, that's acceptable. I'm tempted to take it so we could try to sneak in the Shinobi. That seems bad. Why does it seem so bad? Because they could easily just play a second blocker. And we can just cast the Shinobi. I'm just going to try for the free win here. It's pretty unlikely that this happens, but... Oh, and it's real bad if they cycle. I'm a moron. Well, didn't end up that bad. Okay. If that thing ever connects, it's just a free, easy win. Although... Our situation is kind of precarious. It's because we have so many lands. Like, one good draw can turn it around, but... Oh, we'd have to draw 2 cards to do that. Okay. I don't know how they punch down only 3 cards. Oh god, are we about to die? Boo. That's a reasonably good draw. Discarding a forest. Block, so we can block ping. The good news is that our deck is full of such insane whammies. All the card draw. Winter's Rest on our Spider. The bad news is we're close to death. Okay, that's a pretty decent one. Oh, they don't even have a snow. They only have 2 cards, so... Four. I mean, we don't even have to cast that. I do want to, just to draw 4, but... It might be worth just using our Masticore to ding, ding ping ping. A ways from hitting that one though. Uh-oh. Okay. If you control another snow permanent. I'm kind of happy with that. Okay. Edict's kind of nice. So, as much as I want to use Reap from the Past, we're at 8 life and we're just going to die if we're not very careful. I'm also going to leave the Dryad back to block. In case they have a Sand Sprinter or something. I will send with the Masticore. I can't imagine wanting to... Maybe should have even held that back. But, Lava Dart, okay, no more of that. 7. Tusker's a nice one. So we could Edict, and then we could return 4 at random. Or we could be like so greedy. I think I'm gonna be so greedy. So we might hit 2 lands if we do that. I'm gonna be a greedy one. Okay. Sure. I guess we can attack with the 1/1 now. I don't even need the Stream of Thoughts. Thinking about Lava Dart that. So next turn we could do that. Pick up a bunch of cards. Uh-oh. Well, let's just get rid of that. I need to tap my mana right. I don't want to accidentally die. And then next turn we can pick up our whole graveyard. Okay, finally Respite. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven. Let's do that. Scoop incoming. This deck is gas. Let's hop right back in. 12:40, I have not eaten yet. I'm on my fast. Comment in the comments, what you doing today? Fam, what are you working on? Or maybe, you know what, here, I'm going to split the video up into multiple videos. Comment down below.